Let's talk about relationships. So I do relationship counseling and mediation, where I help couples understand one another and learn from what this experience is trying to teach them and becoming better versions of themselves. So what I've found that in relationships is when you outsource and you need validation from another, that you are either good enough, that you are pretty enough, that you are lovable, that you are accepted, that you are whatever it is, we tend to attract somebody with similar wounds, and that might trigger certain things within the relationship. It might be there in the beginning and then it stops. It might be where you go through personal healing and then no longer need this, and whatever has attracted you in the beginning is that which repels you in the end. And it is for us, I think currently there's such a high precedent where people, whenever I look at the TikTok videos, there's such a huge amount of people that are single and have found happiness within single, because we don't necessarily have to find happiness in a relationship. We don't necessarily have to find a love within a relationship. We can, but it's to find it first within self. It always starts with self. And it's to know, it's whatever you have been seeking on the outside. It is that those feelings need to solidify in the knowing that you are lovable, knowing that you are good enough, knowing that you are safe and secure, knowing that you are acceptable, because you need to accept you. Whatever is unresolved within you will just be mirrored in a relationship. So, and when you are, say for instance, you are whole and complete, and you times it by another person that is whole and complete, the equation is the relationship is whole and complete, and it's built on solid foundations. When you are whole and complete and you see the potential within another to become whole and complete, but they are just half of themselves because of their upbringing, because of their constraints, because of their current development. If you equate this, 1 times a half is a half. So the maximum that this relationship's output can be is just a half, because you cannot make up, I want to say, that which is lacking within another. No amount of you saying something to a person, you giving this to a person, can make them that. If they don't feel loved, if they don't love themselves, they can't give love. So mistake that we tend to do is we think, if we just love this person to the end, just shower them with love, then they will feel love. But it's a choice. It's a personal development that this one has to go through to become that. And it is to see, okay, is that the way I want to live, and leave them where they are at. Just always have openness for change, but not conditional change, because a person will only do what they are comfortable in doing, and we are not there to change others. We are not there to demand change from others. It's to see, what dances do you want to dance. Now, if you have a half a person, half loved, or any issues have not been worked on, half times a half is a quarter. So the maximum potential of this relationship will just be a quarter of the collective. So it diminishes. It feels like the relationship is taking away, because it feels like you have to make up for the other, and then resentments build up, and then anger, or passive aggressiveness, or the various things show up, because you want better, or you can see the faults of the other, but you're not seeing that is just a mirror, seeing it within yourself. You can't see something within another if it is not within you. So it's to acknowledge what is within you that is still there. And it's sometimes you hear people and say, oh, I've met the person, the man of my dreams, or the woman of my dreams, and she's saying all the right things, and it's what I want to hear, and it's what I've been waiting for. But that just shows you that work hasn't fully been done on the inside, because that might be something that frizzles out, or comes with conditions, or comes with strings attached, or comes with insincerity. What we go through as humans is sometimes we first learn what love is not, until we learn what love is. And that's the full circle. That's the journey that we go through. We always are in a process of learning, but our upbringing, our foundations, our core things are usually what things are not, until we realize what they are. And the same with us. We realize who we are not before we realize who we truly are. Because we might have looked to others to say, oh, so who am I? What am I? And then go by whatever the feedback has been, instead of sitting in your aloneness, sitting in yourself and knowing yourself. And so many times my guidance would be, know thyself and be true to thyself. And sometimes we need to know when to lean in, when to step forward with dynamic right action and know this is right, and when to withdraw and step back and know that that's also appropriate. We don't always have to engage. We don't always have to people please. Sometimes saying no is the right thing. Sometimes that was the lesson of it. So my wish for you is, may you know how loved you are. May you know it in the core of your being. May you know how special you are in the core of your being. And may you know that you are accepted within the right circles by those who have accepted themselves. And you don't need anything from anyone. When you are that, you can attract the same, and you will feel more of that. But it is starting with you, giving it out to you and then to others. And I'm going to leave you with that. Have a beautiful day. Bye for now.